Hey there, Russell traders. David here of TradingFibs.com to bring you a midday Russell insight into the trades that were taken for July 3rd, almost 4th, 2014. As always, please seek financial advisor when trading with your money. These videos are for educational purposes only to support your knowledge in the market, see what's going through my head on any given day. Always make sure you have a solid trading plan as I do, posted every day at TradingFibs.com, and never move your stop when placing a trade. Hey, here's our action. Market is going to close here in about an hour. We have early close time here, pre-holiday. As we can see, the market opened up and never came down to the daily gap at some point here. We thought the gap chasers were on, but held up at the daily pivot, and since then have been in an upswing. Here looking at the AD line. AD line was dropping, bringing this price action down to the daily pivot, and then held out here at the 750 and pretty much chopping sideways, which I believe we are at the top of the open range here, 1 hour and 25-minute open range. Overall market strength and market internals here on the tick chart we have on the upper left-hand side here. We can see we're pretty much probably mostly even, but no, mostly triangles to the up, so pretty much an upswing. NASDAQ at one point was 4-1. NASDAQ doing very nice. We'll wrap this up with the other indices at the end of this insight into the market. And then 388's not as strong as the Russell. So here we are, nice upswing up above CAM H4. Several trading opportunities. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of those from our session starting out. 6:30 market open. We already had an upswing from market econ data, possibly 2-bar confirmation upswing. But let's start from the 6:30 open where volume starts to pick up in the market. Let's go ahead and focus in on what were some of the possible trades. Here we are at the 6:30 market open time. You have an AD line that is up above 750. And you got some chopping going on here. So first thing you have is coming over here, taking a look at the 6:30 bar. We have 1-bar, 2-bar confirmation. We're already above the 534, 5 above the 34 EMA. 2-bar confirmation. You could have entered here. Again, your stop would have been down here at 1199.5. Stay in with the 5 above the 34. Again, for 5 minutes, you had an uptick, and probably stop would have taken out. Moving on through the session throughout the day, here we had a 1-bar, 2-bar confirmation at 641, but we're already having a chop sideways. And what I'm looking at here is, as we see AD line is coming down, I'm not really looking for the upswing. So really the first opportunity trade here from the market open, even though I have a 2-bar confirmation and 5 above 34 with an AD line that's coming down, I'm most likely not going to enter that trade. So none of this was an opportunity, even though 2-bar confirmation is the first identity for entering a trade. It is only until here at 6:42 West Coast time, 2-bar confirmation downside that's matching the AD line. Now here at 6:43, we go over here. We do not have a EMA crossover yet. So 5 is still above 34. We're not even looking down here yet to see if we're in trend. Yes, Russell Index is on the upswing here. I'm sorry, this is later. Here you're starting to have the downswing here already. But market data actually started coming in late on the Russell today, so I didn't even pay attention. This was a blank screen, so I didn't even pay attention to this. So these are my two charts that I'm looking at. 1-bar, 2-bar confirmation, 643. I am not underneath the 34 yet. It is only till here at 646 that I eventually have a EMA crossover. So that is a trade right there. 1-bar, 2-bar confirmation. But again, I'm looking at the daily pivot down here below. Okay, that's 10 ticks I didn't have yesterday or early this morning. So enter here in the 2-bar confirmation, take off a contract, the daily pivot, and put my stop in. My stop is all the way up here anyway, 1202.8 to give it some room. Take off a contract here, move your stop to break even, and you get taken out over here. Okay, not too bad of a trade. as you can see, price action has pretty much been chopping sideways for the remainder of the session. And again, AD line came down, but then started coming back up and stalled. So this trade was not coming down. Had I hoped that it would come down a daily gap? Absolutely. But 25-minute open range had already been set. So there is a bottom that's going to find some support. So here we go. 1 bar, 2 bar. Nope, we're not over the 8-period moving average. Down bar, up bar, down bar. We don't have, what do we have here? 1 bar, 2 bar confirmation at 6:59. Taking a look here. 5 is still under the 34, so I'm not going upside. Bar down, bar down. Nothing until at least here at 703, which I have a bar up, that's 703. Taking a look here at the 534, I'm still underneath 534, so no trade. The next possible trade is right here, right? 1 bar up, 2 bar up at 703. Nope, can't make it. Comes down, 1 bar, 2 bar. It's here at 708. 1 bar confirmation up, 2 bar at 710. Enter the trade, right? 530 over the 34 EMA. Absolutely. Where's my stop? My stop is down here. Okay. Now, if you had stayed in this trade for 2 reasons. One is 5 never came down below the 34, but your stop would have been down here. So most likely you would have been taken out here. And that's okay, because you had another possible entry as 1 bar, 2 bar confirmation at 725 and 727. As 1 hour range is being set up, here is the best trade of the day. Again, each of these trades, while you had a stop in, you had a target, you took half your contracts off, moved your stop to break even plus 1, and you remained in the trade until your stop was taken out. Re-entry. 1 bar, 2 bar confirmation, 725, 727. Taking a look here, we're already over the 534. 5 above the 34 EMA, and you remain in the trade all the way up to top of the open range. Top of the open range over here, take half your contracts off, move your stop to break even, and as we can see, price action has just been chopping all along. You remain in the trade, 5 above 34. If 5 comes below the 34, okay, you take yourself out. As we can see here, now confirmation on the Russell. Russell index has been popping up here. The 725 that was in line with the market up here on the TF on the 10 tick, 8 above the 8-period moving average, 5 above 34. The Russell index is upswing, and we have a 5 above 13, 21, and 80, and has remained that ever since. And so there's an insight into the possible trades on the Russell today. None of them a loser, as discipline, stop, target, take off half contracts, move stop to break even. Okay, stop is taken out. Re-entry, 2 bar confirmation as long as market is in trend and you have 5 above 34. We'll come back if we have any other trades and wrap up with the other indices. NASDAQ having a wonderful day, and looking on our other charts, the YM had a nice uptick from early morning session, and the ES chopped inside the zone, but again also had a nice upswing from pre-market on economic data from this morning's session. We'll come back as the market closes in 1 hour. And the Russell Traders session is closed. It is the end of trading session for July 3rd with the holiday last minute bars closing up here. As you can see, price action just pretty much chopped at the top of the open range, 1 hour and 25-minute open range. AD line stayed above 750, getting a little pop here as we close towards the end of the session here. Previous high up above with the way above the pivot and the daily gap, and closing up above the weekly opening price, which was all the way down at 1182, so not too bad. Again, last entry that was a possible would have been here at the 2 bar confirmation at 7:08, 7:10 West Coast time. Here you can see the 2 bar, 1, 2 bar, and on the 534 you had a 534 EMA crossover already here at 7:10. Had you placed your stop down here, you might have been able to stay in the trade if you had been taken out You could re-enter on the next 2-bar confirmation, which was here about 30 minutes later. 1-bar, 2-bar confirmation over the 8-period moving average. 5 above the 34 would have kept you in the trade all the way to the top of the 25-minute open range chop. So there's your end of trading session for the Russell. Again, 5 was above the 13, 21, and 80 the entire time from the initial 710. Here we go, 5 above 13, 21, 80. So had you been taken out on the stop would have been down here at 11.98.4, but had you been taken out, you could have re-entered right here. And as we can see, price just chopped up back to the top of the open range. As far as volume is concerned, 42,300, which is as a norm at the 10 o'clock session here. We've been looking at 62,000 as the norm. 150% above or 50% above would have been 93,000. We didn't even get anywhere near that. Taking a look at the other indices today, at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ had some wonderful trading opportunities. Early morning session like the other ones. A 2-bar confirmation with a 534 EMA crossover to the upside as the indexes started to come down, but it was the last part of the session which remained for the majority of the market day. You had a no 1-bar. Here you had 1-bar, 2-bar confirmation right here at 7 o'clock at the top of the hour, except I had just barely crossed over the 534 EMA. And really the best trading opportunity came right here. 1-bar, 2-bar confirmation at 725, which then took off here at as well in the 534 EMA. Here in the YM, we had a similar setup, 5:30 early a.m. West Coast time as numbers came in. Nice uprise, 2-bar confirmation over here at the early morning hour, but it wasn't until the later session. Market open had already pretty much passed that entry. Here's the market open 6:30, 2-bar confirmation here on the EMA. Would have had the 5 above the 34. I could have taken it to the top of the open range as well. And the ES, same story over here. So NASDAQ had the best mover. Russell, several ins and outs. And then looking at the, here at the, let's see, the gold. That's where we were at. The gold, also a couple of entries early morning. Taken 5 above 34, not as clean as some of the other ones. And then crude again chopping it up inside the range. Downside was the entry here at the market open as we saw 1-bar, 2-bar confirmation. Gold opens up a half hour earlier, so waiting for the 2-bar confirmation downside. You can see right here. 1-bar, 2-bar below the EMA, and then confirming on my 534 EMA. So here we are at 623, 630, and here we have a 534 EMA crossover on the 534, which would put you in the trade to the downside. Same rules, guys. Doesn't matter what index you're trading or what market. Follow these simple rules. Again, it's that's just the start. You got to know what day it is, what time of day it is that you're trading. There's some, so it takes a little experience and time to adjust to these. But like any other trading method, it takes time to adjust and to always make sure you trade with a stop. So that concludes today's wrap for July 3rd, 2014 as we head into a holiday weekend. Feel free to stop by at tradingfibs.com, any of my social media outlets to obtain more information. My mantra is know one thing, know it well. Hey guys, I watch these, I wrap these indexes up for you at the end of the day, but as far as I'm concerned, it's all about the Russell for me. Whether you trade the ES or Apple, my plan will keep you disciplined. You can find me every day on Twitter at Trading Fibs. And as always, I leave the crystal ball to the experts. I only trade what's in front of me and on my charts at the market open. Have yourself an awesome July 4th, a Blue Zone day, and I'll see you next week.